Serious, what do you miss about being a child? Being able to sit next to a random kid and say hey wanna be friends? And they'll agree. Even if you're friends for only a day. Hey wanna be friends? Sure. Friend. I miss living at home and being with my parents and sister. I miss not worrying about bills or taxes or responsibilities other than chores and grades. Most of all I miss being excited about things I used to get excited about. Vacation, Christmas, going to grandma's, going to a movie, etc. Being an adult seems to remove my emotions. When you have kids you get to relive some of that. Sometimes I wonder if that's the reason why people wanna have children at all. I really miss not having to worry about anything. Not school, not toxic friends/family, nothing. Me robust Lars Palabras. Lack of responsibility. This. Once you have to start paying bills and being accountable for your actions/emotions it gets real. That the entire world was a playground. I miss playing pretend and living in my imagination. I miss that my swing set was a pirate ship, or a tank, or a star destroyer, that I could be a knight fighting a dragon, or a GDL with the same stick I found on the ground, winning the Stanley Cup for the Boston Bruins in my driveway over and over again. As a child everything is anything, and we kinda lose that as adults. My imagination is still so vivid, but a 32-year-old man pretending to be an astronaut sounds very silly. There are real astronauts your age, you dope. I have an almost 5-year-old who still sees the world like that, and I cherish the moments we get to play pretend together. She doesn't realize I'm crazy, she just thinks I have the best imagination in the world. Have you ever considered being a writer? A vivid imagination was why I got into writing as a kid and never lost it. I really enjoy the quote. Being a writer or reader means you don't just live one life, you live thousands. And it honestly sounds like you would enjoy writing. Sorry for butting in, but your comment reminded me a lot of why I started writing. That's too funny you say that. I was an avid reader/writer in my youth. Was always told I would be an author or actor because of my imagination. Went to school to teach history and became an alcohol salesman. I haven't written in probably a decade and won't even know where to start at this point. The only writing I do now is emails to my daughter. I have an email address set up for her that I email regularly. Stuff that happens during the day. Big moments in her life. Lessons I think she should know. I wrote a really long one recently explaining to her how much she means to me after my niece passed away. They're both 5. I plan on giving her the login when she turns 18 or something. God forbid something happens to me between now and then, she'll at least have my words and thoughts to see. I miss my friends. Friends are really hard to keep/make as you get older. No money worries or life stress. Ugh. The wide range of topics you get to learn about in school. It's hard to keep learning as a working adult. I miss waking up in the summer and just charting out a plan of action for fun for that day. It seemed like the possibilities were endless back then. Not caring about politics at all. When I was a boy, everything was right. John Lennon. Being happy. I miss having a clear goal in life. When I was a kid I knew exactly what I was supposed to do, and now I really don't. About a month ago, I was sitting on my front porch just enjoying the weather and the sunset, and what I wanted more than anything then was to play a game of street kickball. Then I remembered I don't have a kickball, don't know any of my neighbors, and as a man in his 30s can't just go knocking on doors asking people to come out and play. So I went inside and grabbed myself a beer. I'd like my neighbors a lot more if they invited me to play kickball. I miss my mom. Me too. That's what I was going to post. My dad, my maternal grandparents, and my paternal grandpa all being alive. I miss my grandparents. I miss thinking $20 was a lot of money. When I was 10 someone gave me a $10 bill as a present, and I remember it seeming like so much money. At the time candy bars were 50 cents. So I basically saw 20 candy bars of my choice in the near future. My dad. He was the best, and I have absolutely magical memories of him. We were more than just father and daughter but best friends. He sadly passed away when I was 14, and I so wish I could have some time with him now at 28. Just to chat, eat and play some video games. Same. My dad died when I was 13. He was a doctor, a boater and a Star Trek nerd. He had a sarcastic sense of humor, loved to smoke pipes, and was pretty handy with home improvements. I'm sure he was so many more things. But the farther away I get, the less I remember, and there aren't a lot of people to fill in the memory gaps, unfortunately. Family drama means I don't speak to his side of the family. I'm glad you got to consider your dad your best friend. I feel like I didn't get to that point in our relationship, though as an adult I know my personality is very similar to his. I absolutely love my mom, but our personalities are quite different, and I would have loved to have someone to share my quirks with. This year is 25 years since my dad died. I truly hope you are doing well and have people to share the memories with. I'm grateful I have my siblings who share my grief. Even if their memories are as muddled as mine, we can struggle to remember together, which helps. All the best to you. I miss the dreams for my future I had back then and how everything seemed possible. Summer breaks. They felt like an eternity. Honestly, falling asleep in the car of your parents and then being carried to your bed. It was a wonderful and safe feeling. Literally nothing. My mom was batshit crazy and thrived off of chaos and drama, so childhood was not fun or carefree. I'm with you on this one. I worried and stressed more when I was a kid because I had no control over anything. Being center of attraction at home and ducking nobody at school. I also didn't get to fuck anybody at school. I miss being able to do things without worrying about how much I'm going to pay for it in back pain. Indeed. Having hope for the future. Hello me. Part of me wishes I could go back to a time where I didn't quite understand how evil people could be. Like as a kid, I knew people could be bad. I knew that people stole and said mean things and sometimes killed each other, but I didn't quite grasp how monstrous people could be. Some of the stuff people do makes me absolutely sick. I know that I'm better off knowing, but man, sometimes that childlike ignorance would be nice. Same. Though what really messes with me is the lack of justice. I knew there were bad people, but I didn't realize how much the world just allows it, and in some cases rewards it. Kurt Loder on MTV. There were no real expectations. No worries for the future. No holding in your emotions until you cracked. People lied to you, and it was fine. Things happened and it was fine. Because it was never really real. It was just play. You played, and you got a trophy for it. And that was that. That's all that mattered. I miss that the most, I think. The forgiving nature of it all. Enjoying a vacation. As an adult I realize how expensive it is to travel and enjoy a vacation. I never knew how much my parents sacrificed for my siblings and I to be happy. Not questioning existence as a baseline mood. I miss not feeling as if I have constant stress and the pressure to live up to expectations. I miss not caring about how I look, just being carefree. Magical moments. Riding around on my bike until the street lights came on. Playing Pokemon under the covers with an attachable light for my Gamma Boy color. Drawing that weird S shape on all of my notebooks. Oh man, I feel old. Blackberry bushes have little empty spaces inside them. I used to have a little hangout spot inside one when I was really young. Eat berries and chill with buddies. I don't miss it because I can't use my knees or anything like that. I'm just large enough that I know I'll never fit inside one again without being like, God damn it, I'm cramping up, this is awful, why am I even here? Going outside to play, build dens, jump out of trees, go exploring, playing play pretend, and having an imagination. Those were the days. Having an attention span and reading a lot. Hey, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.